We're not gonna like play any games.
And, I think this is mostly a talk show because he's recording, so...
I can actually turn over to the other side. Where are we going? Why am I trapped?
What is this? Is this new?
Dude, why'd you scream and have the server explode?
Oh my god, that was
Who
you.
did?
That was you. Oh god, it was you.
I've been here 2 other times, my guy. We can start with some lighthearted stuff and then get into the heavy shit.
Okay.
I'll just watch from the corner. Or the side of the table more.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly valid. I have had many people just sit in here and spectate. That's more than welcome.
Wait, so are you guys gonna play at all, or are you just gonna sit around and do things?
Yeah, we're just gonna sit around and talk about stuff.
It's a
Alright.
podcast, man.
I'm on a podcast right now, that's crazy.
You're on a podcast.
Guys, we should make a
Crazy.
podcast.
I have the equipment to do it.
Actually, so do I.
I mean, actually, like,
I've
I
got
could,
a sound booth and
I could
everything.
unironically just
Oh, nice.
strip the audio from the video files that I have and then just put it on fucking Spotify or some shit. Granted, I'd have to pay the fucking entrance fees and whatnot, but I could totally just...
Nah, do YouTube, man. YouTube's better for podcasts
Yeah.
either way.
My girlfriend does her own podcast on Spotify, and there's a thing you can do so it's actually free.
Oh, shit.
What's it called?
By the way, I just want to mention this is a really nice place.
Oh,
I
thank
know,
you.
right? It's a great setting. It's got good
Yeah.
set design.
I
It's
totally...
literally
should
just
know.
called
I-
Spotify for
Put the green girl in
podcasters.
it.
Spotify for podcasters. Okay, I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, all for free.
Oh, there's the ring. Found it.
But yeah, so Chief Keef, would you smash him or would you dome him?
Chief Keef. One sec. Let me look up this
I
motherfucker.
honestly couldn't say who that is. Is he a rapper or something?
Yeah.
Chief Keef. One sec. Sounds more like a euphemism than a rapper name.
These days, yeah, he was a lot more of a thing back when I was in like middle or high school. But nowadays,
Oh, I've seen this guy before.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, actually, some of the he's got pretty good fashion
Alright, I
sense.
want to actually play
I like
the
the
game,
photo when he's
so
got
I'm
where
gonna
he's
go
wearing
and
the
see you guys
tiger
later,
shirt.
but you guys have fun. See ya.
The 4th one on Google Images. I like that one.
Probably rather dome. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
if
probably
I.
fuck. Sure, I'll smash.
Okay, so I looked up Chief Keef Tiger shirt, and the first result that came up was a black shirt that says "Chicago hates you" on Etsy.com.
A what? No, just look up Chief Keef, go to images, and it's the 4th one.
Oh, I'm using like Brave search or something.
God damn, bro. Go
Yeah.
to Google.
Oh, find elsewhere. Google. Oh yeah, that tiger shirt is pretty. Yeah, that's a good fucking look.
Yeah, I
right
like
there.
that. Yeah, it's a nice look, what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
No,
It's a
between him
fuckable
and like
look.
a fucking, if you ever look at like ASAP Rocky, that is just a dude who is like fuck you levels of attractive.
ASAP Rocky, one sec. Oh, damn.
Yeah,
God damn,
yeah,
you're right.
see.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no, just like if you ever want to develop instant fucking jealousy, like Jesus fucking Christ,
Man is the unspoken Riz.
dude just fucking
Jesus.
won the genetic lottery.
Mm-hmm. Fuck. What about, have you ever been sideways?
What is that?
Like a hacker joins your lobby, buys all the furniture, and then turns it all sideways?
I haven't
Please
seen
fuck your
that
lobby.
one yet. I've seen there was one guy. He was able to spam the furniture moving onto a given player, and it would just make this rapid-fire machine gun sound and move them up into the ceiling of the ship. Which, thankfully, I was chill with the guy who was doing that, so he wasn't doing it just purely to piss me off, and it was kind of fun to watch from a spectator's
Yeah, I was
perspective.
in a like after the second time the lobby crashed. I went into another lobby, and we were all getting hyped, getting ready to go land.
Yeah.
And then this nameless guy, his name literally was nameless, and he joined, and we heard just a massive brrr, and everything is bought, and even the terminal, everything's turned sideways, and then he automatically lands the ship, so we have to save.
What
So
the fuck?
So the save is just fucked.
Wait, wouldn't you be able to just quit out and then... or
Nope.
just, like,
Because when you land, it auto saves.
wait, when you land now? I thought it was just when you take off, like, from the planet.
Really?
Yeah, no, because, like, if you quit midway through a planet, it won't save your progress until...
I know when you turn the terminal sideways, it's permanent though. So
Oh,
I don't think
that's-
it really mattered.
Can you still access it? You're just, like, sideways with the terminal.
Yeah. Well, no, you access it, but you can't see the terminal screen.
Oh, that's fucked.
Yeah, you're kind of turned diagonal instead of horizontal.
Oh, Jesus. Kind of just have to
Yeah, it
muscle
sucks.
memory that shit.
Yep. And I'm dyslexic, so I literally can't.
Oh, shit.
And I'm generally the one that plays ship guy, which is so weird.
Wait, what's ship guide?
Ship guy, the guy who stays on the ship and operates the terminal.
Oh, I thought you were referring to a hack or something. I didn't realize you were talking about just, like,
No.
the vanilla game.
Nah, man.
Yeah,
I don't deal with hacks.
I typically like doing the ship guy stuff. Like, especially when hotkeys are allowed, and the lobby that you're with is just, like, not super sticky about you have to use it in the vanilla mode. And
Do you mean
visually
stingy?
type out.
You said sticky.
Sticky, stingy. I was just looking for a fucking adjective that wasn't immediately coming to mind. But
No, you good. It's just sticky's a bit funny.
sticky for what
Sticky.
reason? Why are they sticky, man? You gotta fucking
Huh.
explain this to me.
Cause cum.
Well, yeah, no, obviously, like, it's always coming. Speaking
Nice.
of ranch dressing, do you think Michael Jackson did it?
He did it with kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I saw a YouTube short like the other day that was like some fangirl praising Michael Jackson, and I open up the comments and I just say, "Yeah, but he slept with kids." Hey, Poochie!
How the fuck?
Can you do a Joker laugh?
Oh, fuck. Well, okay, so here's the thing. Joker is very specialized. You either do Heath Ledger or you do Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
You could also try Jared Leto. Jared Leto, do you want to know something fucked about Jared Leto's Joker?
Oh, fuck.
Do you want to know how he found his Joker laugh?
Oh, no.
He went out in public and just started laughing to himself.
Oh my
And
goodness.
he knew he had the right laugh when people stopped and stared at him.
I mean...
That's true, yeah.
I can respect
And
the
you want-
methodology.
Another thing he did for... No, it's not good method acting. It puts a terrible name on the idea of method acting, which he's not a good method actor. What he would also do for the Joker role is he would ship people live rats, snakes,
Yeah.
and bugs
Oh, yeah,
in boxes.
I remember that shit. Yeah, that was just fucking... I feel like he just
Because
wanted
he's
an
the Joker,
excuse.
baby. You don't want to know something very fun about Mark Hamill and Joker, is he and the guy who played Batman, I'm losing his name right now, but he died, which is sad, because his final performance was in the Suicide Squad game. as the years went on, because they did it since the Batman the Animated Series, as the years went on, they knew these characters so well, and they knew the dynamic of these characters so well that they essentially invented the whole romantic relationship between Batman and Joker. Now one needs the other.
Yeah.
So, if Mark Hamill was going to do a role, if somebody like called him and was like, "Hey, can you be Joker for this project?" he would ask, "Is my scene partner doing this? Is the guy who plays Batman doing this project as well? If yes, automatic, give me the script. Let's go." But he died, so Mark Hamill went on record and saying, "I'm retiring as the Joker. I don't have my Batman anymore."
I feel like the Joker laugh is quite hard to get right, but like there's a lot of different interpretations of it.
You have to be unique about it. It has to be slightly unhinged. You have to know that there's an underlying meaning. It's a very difficult thing for an actor to do.
Yeah. Can you rate my Joker laugh?
Go ahead.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna move the mic away from my mouth a little bit.
What the fuck? Ain't no way.
It seems more like just a Mad Doctor laugh.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
fair.
getting Twisted Metal vibes. Like that would be a great intro
Because
laugh.
I can do your classic like evil bad guy laugh.
Yeah.
But if you want like a Joker laugh, it's more like a you know?
Yeah. He like
Obviously
builds
it's
up
unrefined
an
and I'm just
intensity.
adding a bit of crazy into it. If there was really one character I would love to play, is the Scarecrow. Because
Yeah.
if you think about it, like really think about it, Scarecrow is so underutilized.
Yeah.
Because he's literally a side character to his fear gas in most situations.
Yeah.
Like, look at The Dark Knight Rises. Or Batman Begins.
Yeah, he was just kind of there for a little bit. Like in comparison to the other characters,
Batman
you
Begins,
don't really remember
he
him
was
that
there
much.
to create his fear gas so Ra's al Ghul could use it. That's it.
Yeah.
If you think about the storyline of any Joker thing in comics or media, is Joker shows up, sprays Batman, Batman gets scared, and then it's now a story about how Batman overcomes fear. And at the end, he goes back, overcomes his fear, and beats up Scarecrow.
Every lobby
be
I
like,
join,
okay,
there's
well, you're
just a guy that either spams the soundboard or he just keeps yelling.
Well,
over
yeah,
the
kid,
mic.
you're not allowed in the 18 plus, 21 plus, where people are actually fucking civilized.
They talk for 2
That's funny.
seconds rather than just immediately turning the gain
Yeah.
up on their mic and then going,
Kid, do you know how to phase through the wall?
No.
Oh shit, he figured it
Oh
out.
well, shit. Fucking hell. I think it's too easy. Never mind.
How do I stop
No,
doing
no.
this? How do I stop doing this?
So you hit Alt, and then F4.
No.
Fuck.
Okay.
Damn,
That's,
okay, so
that's a
is-
good. I'm not gonna. That's a good follow up. That's a good follow up.
I've actually gotten the kid with that before. It was fucking hilarious.
it's gratifying
booted
when you
me.
do get somebody with that.
Oh, it's like a rickroll
Yeah.
of gaming.
I'm super into psychology and human behavior. So.
Oh, same,
hear a lot
honestly.
of
Like, part of the
extra-
reason I'm doing this shit, it's a case study in human behavior when they feel like they have some kind of mask or, like, privacy on. Like, it is fucking
Well-
fascinating.
It's always good to have a black friend on your side. You know, never hurts. in
That's
this
true,
world.
he could give you the pass.
I already
Wait.
have a
I could say
Oh,
it's
damn.
okay.
Oh.
and people be like,
See,
oh, well,
that's also
Yeah,
what I
there
love
was-
about this game.
Did
like,
I
you
see
never
you
fucking
earlier?
know.
No, there was in middle school. There was a kid named Cedric who would who 1 week
Oh no way.
one week he just printed out a whole bunch of just card stock, and
Oh
nobody
my
knew why.
God.
Nobody knew why until the next day he came back with a massive stack of cards, and like business cards, and he started passing them out, and it was just one time N-word pass, no expiration date.
Yo.
Oh, you IO motherfuckers are tripping. What? What? You
Yeah,
printed
Cedric
N-word
fully
passes?
committed. Bro, fully committed. I
Ain't
still
no
have
way.
it.
I do not believe that. I do not believe that. Ain't no way this dude did that. Ain't no way.
Dude, the past sits in my wallet, man.
What? No fucking shot that actually happened. No fucking shot.
It's fucking hilarious, man. Cedric was fucking awesome.
That sounds like the type of
Cedric-
thing a dude named Cedric would do, though. That sounds like a Cedric type of idea.
Oh, Cedric was
Whoa.
fucking hilarious. Cedric was fucking
Whoa.
hilarious.
This is what the
what was
whole
it?
walk
One
to life
time,
thing's to me because I knew. I don't know.
he did something really stupid. One time, we were in chemistry together,
Oh, shit.
and we were using Bunsen burners. And
Wait, hold on. What type of school did you went to, boy? You must have went to a privileged ass school, boy. I'm black as hell, boy. You said Bunsen burners? We never had none of those.
that's just the chemistry. That's just that's the proper
We
name.
never
for
had no
the
Bunsen
little
burners in our
burner.
school.
Okay,
I know what they
okay.
are. I'm just saying we never had them. God damn.
Okay.
You must have
Well,
a
we were
rich
using
ass
Bunsen
school, boy.
burners in class, and the teacher left the room stupidly,
Oh, shit.
and then Cedric
Yeah.
turns up the fucking gas on his Bunsen burner.
Oh, no.
And then makes it so it's just a giant jet of fucking fire, and points it at his friend and burns off his eyebrows.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
what? I'm from like South Florida, boy. Y'all tripping, boy. Y'all sound like y'all fuck black
Oh,
people.
damn. A Floridian.
I'm a Florida
What's it
man
like
for
to
real,
live-
boy.
What's it like to live in America's penis?
It's good and bad at the same time. You know,
Yeah.
I'd rather be in America than a third
Can we
world
just,
country.
Can we
but at
just
the
give a
same
round
time,
of
but-
applause to the fucking kid who's still here?
Oh, my God, that's right.
Oh
He's
God,
still-
he's like listening. And he's
Is
like,
he just
what the-
chilling? Like, he's not... Yeah,
He
he's there.
is. Like, dude's just
Yeah.
fucking there. Like, you're an
Um,
active listener, man. That's good.
I remember
That's
one
like
time,
a good thing to be.
I went to a Checkers or what they call in the West rallies, and I swear to God, like I just went to go order some food like at like 8 o'clock, and there was this dude like on Flock and shit. He's like in the parking lot. It's just like wild. He's like waving his arms everywhere, and he's talking about Jesus being the second coming and shit.
Oh,
That shit
shit.
freaked me out so hard. He ran up to our fucking car. He ran up to the window that we were ordering from, right when like that person was asking what we wanted to eat. He's like, "Hey man, I know you're trying to get some food right now, but I'm a father. I'm a Christian. I need some gas. I have children. Can you give me $45 so I can get some gas?" Even though the nigga had
Holy
no fucking car.
shit.
He had no car. He's like, "Can I get
Bro, was
$45 for
specific?
some gas?" I'm like, "Are you fucking retarded?" Yes, sir.
What the guy was thinking, obviously, was,
Yeah, let's hear it.
I would love $50, but $50 seems a bit too much. I'll go 45.
Make it seem a little bit more
Exactly, yeah.
reasonable, you know?
Yeah, it's like,
'Cause you know, like,
it's
the
like,
cost of
yeah,
living
it's
in
only
here.
$49.99. I don't know why, but my grandmother keeps giving me my grandmother every holiday, and I mean every holiday, gives me a $25 McDonald's gift card. I don't even like McDonald's.
Ugh, man.
I mean, I'm not gonna
So
lie.
I've got,
it
like,
might
a
sound
large-
ignorant from me. But it sounds pretty grateful. That sounds pretty good to me. I ain't gonna
No,
lie.
it's amazing. I love my grandma, but I keep telling her, hey, I don't really like McDonald's. You don't have to give me this gift card each fucking holiday. And I think she's demented, so she keeps forgetting I say this, but
Oh yeah.
no,
Well,
I'm kidding.
that's
I'm kidding.
fair.
But there's a pretty large homeless population where I live.
Yeah.
Well, have you been
And
to Florida? There's
whenever
really
somebody
a
like
homeless
asks
city.
for money, I just give them one of the gift cards.
That's actually really good of you, to be honest.
And like this one bitch, like this absolute Karen, walked up to me one time. Was like, "Don't give him money. He's just gonna use it to buy drugs." And I'm like, "Bitch, I'd be surprised if he used a fucking gift card to buy drugs."
I'll be like, bitch, I'll be surprised if you use that gift card to buy your dirty ass, bro. What the fuck? This
Man's got the
like,
Fallout
maybe-
barter
Oh.
statistics. He can trade anything for anything.
yeah.
Maybe for once he needs your help more than he needs your judgment. And like the homeless guy turned to me and said thank you. And was like, don't thank me, say fuck off to this bitch. What are they gonna do with the
No,
fucking
I had that-
McDonald's gift card? They're
Exactly.
only gonna use it to buy fucking
Dude.
McDonald's.
Trust me, I get what you're saying because I had like another white. I actually had some girl come to me and I was gonna buy this dude like some chips and like a sandwich and she's like, "Don't waste your money on him. He's just gonna like keep being like shitty." I'm like, "No, dude needs to eat and shit." Like, you're trying to talk me out of not feeding and helping him out or giving him some sort of motivation to move on with his life just so you can get some gratification or why you think like psychologically what he's doing. No, I don't get that. No, they're tripping, dude. Like, no, they're tripping.
You know about like hostile architecture?
Oh, don't even get me fucking started. Oh god, I see that
Hostile
shit.
architecture
in my
is-
Wait. Before you two go on, are you talking about like when the benches are like they have like these
Yeah,
bits
they've
in
got
them,
spikes
or
on
Yeah,
them.
they got shit that makes it
that's
impossible to
that
lay
is
down
so
on them
fucked
comfortably.
up, dude. Oh my god, that
like
is so
it's
fucked
already
up.
hard enough. Like if you live in California, but
I don't wanna-
being
I don't wanna
homeless, but the
interject,
city is literally trying to fucking kill you.
Yeah, I don't mean to interject too hard, but like since I'm from Florida and like homeless problem is really big in Florida because we literally have places called like Homeless City and shit. Like they'll literally like put like large angles like 90-degree
Hoovervilles.
angles where like exactly like on the benches and shit, and they'll make it to where you cannot sleep on anything remotely comfortable just to get you. That is so fucking mean. Like
Yeah.
like
Yeah, the
especially when
city
you
should
raise the
not be
cost of
trying-
living in a place, and then at the same time you're trying to like make it so they can't like. Oh, that's so evil, dude. I
The
hate
city
that.
should not. The city should be trying to help these people, not, fucking kill them.
Yeah.
Well,
I went to Chicago. And
at
there's a big mall in Chicago. There's these so many homeless people hiding from the rain in this mall, but then the security guard just comes through and sweeps them all out.
I
And
kind of
don't
see where
blame
they're
the
coming
security
from.
guard.
Like
Yeah.
I see where they're coming from when they're trying to move these people, because if you allow like some people to do specific things and then they're like some people just don't improve unless you don't like.
Oh
unless
yeah,
you
like
give
the
them-
legalization
Like,
of fentanyl.
For
is
example,
fucked up.
like I'll give you like a rough example, like and this is coming from the heart. Like I had a friend and I was living off of him pretty much, and then he told me one day he was like, if you don't do something with it, like if you don't try to like actually make an attempt to like better yourself, then I'm just gonna worry about myself. And you know what I did the next day? I got a job the next day. Like some people actually need the hard truth to make themselves better.
But there's a difference between giving somebody the hard truth and pushing them out into the rain when they just want to stay dry.
These people that are making these policies do not know the people. You're like expecting them to have like this level of connection with them. They're just strangers. Like if I think about it, like I really do get that, but at the same time, like if you try to go with just solely on the fact that they're human, then you're not gonna really get anywhere, because the reason why wars are won, the reason why we have monopoly as America as power is the fact that we disregard some people as human, and we win wars solely on the basis
this
fact that we
country's been
disregard
built
their
on
lives.
that, but
Yeah.
it doesn't have to
saying,
stay. This country's foundation is
realistic.
built on like that whole prejudice and shit, but it doesn't have to stay that way.
Yeah.
Well,
part
I mean,
of
this
it,
is-
part of the problem is that a lot of the shit that we notice is systemic and out of our control.
Yeah.
That example that you went to earlier with the guys getting shoved out into the rain. It doesn't do any good to go up to that security guard and say, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing? These people are human too." Because at
No.
the end of the day, that's another wage slave that is.
Yeah, I
if
can't-
they
I
lose
don't
their
blame-
fucking job, they still got to do what they got to do to eat and survive. It's still fucked
Yeah,
up.
I
what
don't
they're
blame the
doing.
security guard
But,
at all.
oh, yeah,
I
definitely-
blame his
definitely not
fucking
saying-
boss who's
Yeah.
telling him that those people are hampering down.
Yeah,
Yes,
but this is
exactly.
where-
the anger should
yeah,
be
this is
directed
where-
upward
this is where it
at
gets
the
into var-
institutions and
Yeah.
the people who are actually making these shots in the first place.
Who you aiming your anger like at directly, because like there's always a boss to someone's boss. So like who
Yeah.
you
You just
'cause they
keep
can
on
always
working
say
it
that I'm
upwards
just
until
following-
eventually systemic change happens. You focus on the guy who
And
is.
you can generally tell who the fucking asshole is.
Oh,
in, like,
100%,
'cause,
yeah.
if you've worked for those types of people, if you've
Like,
worked for those
sometimes
types of people, you
it's
know
just a
who they
matter
are.
of talking with them for 2 seconds, engaging what it is their stance is on other
Mhm.
people.
See, we're getting to the real juiciness of human life, of like what people gone through and what led them to certain decisions, and like, oh, I like
Sometimes
this,
it's
but
not
I
even
like where
that,
we're
man.
going.
You go to
right
like
now.
Vegas, half the people in Vegas get their IDs stolen, and now they're homeless and stuck in Vegas.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's another entire topic of discussion.
Is that a real thing?
Well, yeah. So
Yeah,
the lack
that's
of
something that-
documentation within the U.S. that fucks some people over, not having
Wait,
access to your
before
social
you two
security.
go on,
Yeah.
before you two go on, I have no idea about this because like, see, like I feel like I was pretty knowledgeable in the world, and like just hearing that, like I'm like, wait, what? Like,
yeah,
there's
so-
so much shit you can't keep.
So to
What?
break
So, like,
to
people
break
go
down.
they get stuck.
Well, yeah, to break down
Okay,
that
go
little
ahead, sorry.
facet of it, so not having proper documentation within the U.S. can really just fuck over your chances at getting employment.
Imagine this: you go to Vegas on a vacation. You get on a plane, you go to Vegas, woohoo, you're partying, and then you get pickpocketed and your wallet's gone, your ID's gone, and you can't get back on the plane.
Oh,
You're
hell,
fucked.
dude! Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
I'm
A
so
third of the homeless population in Vegas, like I think it's like a half to a third of the homeless population, are people who had their IDs stolen.
What? Are you serious? Don't tell me
They
you're
sell
fucking
you-
with me.
Yeah,
Like,
either-
are you fucking with me or are you for real?
The operation generally is you get pickpocketed or you get your shit stolen, just like
Okay,
maybe some
so
maid
that makes sense.
maybe some maid in a hotel gets into your room and goes through your stuff.
makes a lot of
they
sense.
they take whatever they think is valuable and they toss the rest.
Yeah.
Or they take what they think is valuable to you and they try and sell it back to you.
I'm gonna say I have very lack of documentation. Like I'm in a point where in my life, because I'm really struggling just to get my social security back. Like I lost my social security card,
Yeah.
and I cannot get any form of ID without having my social security.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
at the point
exactly.
where I have to get like a Medicaid or like a doctor's like
Mm-hmm.
note just to prove that I'm like a citizen within the U.S. I can't get a real ID. I can't get a passport. I can't get a driver's license without like having a second form of proof of identification. I'm
That's what
so
these people are
fucked right
going
now.
through. But
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I'm so fucked. I don't mean to cut you off, but I want to ask because I don't even know where I stand on a political standpoint because most of my family, of course, they're black, so they're mostly liberal and I don't know what it is, but like I feel like I'm mostly like
essentially I
conservative,
don't
to be
really
honest.
go
I don't know
with
where I
any like
stand.
of the two parties, like Democrat or Republican. I mainly just go with like leftists or rightists. I lean more left because I like change. I said my philosophy
I don't know.
previously. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if it is broke, you got to do everything in your power to fix it. That's a very leftist way of thinking. If you're thinking more conservatively, or rightist, quote unquote, you'd be thinking if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if it is broke, get rid of it.
Well, I've seen that like the left is more of
The
complaining.
left it
more
can be
than-
extreme, and the right can be extreme.
Yeah.
I would just
Both
say
can
the
be
main
extreme,
thing
but I
that
don't
people
know-
like the main thing that's fucking up our country right now is people being fucking zealot about this.
What
Like,
is a zealot? Like, just give me the raw, like, give me your perspective on it. I'm self-aware enough to like,
okay?
for you to tell
Religious
me what you
zealot-
think it is, and then me to like
Here,
inflict
do you,
on
I,
my
I, I
religious
can read
zealot-
the definition.
Oh yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Please.
It's a person who is fanatical and uncompromising in the pursuit of their religious.
Well, that
political, or
okay.
their ideals.
You could just stop that right there because when you say the word fanatical, that means like you really don't have no real sense of anything. Like I'm trying to,
Yeah.
like I like to listen
They're
from
blinded
both
by their
sides if they
beliefs.
have some sorts of like you could really tell when someone's coming from bullshit where like you'd be like, okay, I can understand that and I can see where that's coming from type shit. Like I'm not really that
It's
blind to where
a religious zealot and a regular zealot. It's like a squares and rectangles type situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you
all
mean.
zealot-
Is it okay when you say
all
zealot?
religious
Is it like an
zealots-
extremist type thing? Like, because I really don't listen to any type of extremist,
It
left or
can
right. Like,
be.
it really seems like
It can
It's
be,
not
yeah.
always,
It's
but it
mainly
can
somebody
be
who's
for sure.
blinded by their beliefs.
Okay.
People usually don't mention zealotry unless they're talking about like super uber, like whether it's evangelical Christians or people who are in the QAnon shit. People usually don't
Yeah.
use
Oh
the
my
term
God.
zealot
I'm
unless
so
it's
glad I
referring
met you
to
guys.
super down the rabbit hole type shit. So
And then there's
I'm
like
so
you
glad
can
you
also
guys-
be a
you guys
zealot
are
about
pretty
like
self-aware.
crypto.
yeah,
You can
yeah.
also be like a zealot about like stupid shit like crypto and that. to people who are zealots, anybody who doesn't believe in what they believe, it's an us versus them mentality. They're so. Somebody's fire alarm went off?
Yeah, I heard that.
Wait, who is our first person?
I'm
'Cause
playing Angry Birds.
Our this dude's been listening.
damn, he's
Are you
tapped
gonna phase
out.
through, or are you just gonna be standing on the other side the whole time? We're having some human
I'm
conversation.
playing Angry Birds. While listening to you guys.
Oh, he's getting
Oh,
the
okay, I
zoomer
mean, I guess-
action. This
I don't
is
know.
this is
Zoomer.
his version of watching Subway Surfers while
Okay, what
somebody
type- what
talks in a
version-
political
what-
TikTok.
What's version of
Not
Angry
that,
Birds?
not
What
to change
version
the
of Angry
subject,
Birds?
But, hold
Angry
on,
Birds
after that,
2?
no.
Angry Birds 2? Ah, come on, man. Go Angry
Boo.
Birds 1.
My father actually gets really mad when he's like that whole, remember when the okay boomer thing was like a thing? Dude, he actually got so triggered by that. My father's about like 54 years old. The only reason why he gets triggered by that, he's like, it's pretty fucking offensive because like, I think for him, he feels like his opinion is like invalidated because he lived so long and he understands how it is. He grew up around mostly women because his dad left him, of course. He took care of his sister. He took care of his own mom and shit. Like, so he grew up pretty much feminine. So like, yeah, I feel as though like he has like a feminine. Like whenever he doesn't really tell me the shit like you should say to another man, like he'd be like, "Yo, you're a loser. You need to do something with your life." Like he tries to be like very caring and so like since he grew up that way, I feel like he's taking it into that account pretty much.
I don't know. I wouldn't
That's what I'm
necessarily
trying to get at.
categorize that as feminine though, because taking care of your family can still be a very masculine thing.
Like he was masculine in the way that he would like always work his job and like he would pay the bills, but he would never tell me when I'm fucking up in life. Like when it comes to women, they're more of supporting each other for their bad decisions and instead of saying you're actually.
I mean,
doing
we're a
this
group
wrong.
of guys. I
Like,
don't
they'll
know
be
if we
like-
should be talking about the POV of women.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
I will say in my discussions.
No.
Here, go ahead, and then
because
I'll
we're men,
add on
we
to
can
it.
understand the POV of women because, like, the man's world is a man's world. Like, you have to perform to survive in this world. Like,
Well,
if we all think like women, then we wouldn't get anywhere. Have you ever seen Man versus Wild? And have you ever seen the series where there was like a group of men that survived in the wild versus a group of women that survived in the wild? The women did not last at all. Like if we all thought like the way women think of communitarian, oh, you get a W, you just tried, so therefore you get like appreciation. No, like if you fail, you fail.
But that's
You
just Oh god fucking damn it. Yeah, just fucking give me a sec, right? I will preface this by saying that this will be the first and last time that I engage in this pseudo-debate style format. This preface is to serve as a note to self for when I rewatch this episode to see what I can do better. Here is a timestamp if you want to skip our scheduled brain rot session. I will start by saying that I wholeheartedly disagree with the male chauvinism that our guest here is a proponent of, and mistakenly thought that I could share my own experiences with him in an attempt to expand his worldview a little bit. For full transparency's sake, this segment is heavily cut down due to time constraints and a desire for brevity. The full recording is riddled with anecdotes that lead nowhere, constant interruptions, and tangential questions that are posed immediately before a thought can be put out. My stance on the subject we are about to discuss is this. The patriarchal constructs that we live under hurt men as a whole. They sacrifice the ability and the right of women to self-determination and distort men's perception of love and sexuality, much to their detriment. When women have more autonomy, spiritually, socially, sexually, economically, men are raised up alongside them.
Ironically enough, in a world where birth control is readily available, being saddled with a child is not a death sentence, and women can decline sexual advances without fear of violence or retaliation. Men and women both would be empowered to not only have more sex, but better quality sex on the whole. Green, if you're listening to this, at one point in my life I held similar viewpoints to yours, and also found myself on the self-help train thinking that confidence and body posture was the end-all be-all to getting sex. I know this is coming from a place of hurt because I've seen other men in my life suffer under patriarchal constructs and enter a tailspin whenever the concept of consent is brought up. I've witnessed this behavior before, and the advice I'm going to leave you with is extremely innocuous and will absolutely piss you off. Unless you get it. Don't be weird. Okay, look, here's the thing. I didn't get it at first. I was pissed off and annoyed because it is such an extremely innocuous thing to say. It makes no sense, and it didn't make sense to me for a long while. Until it did. Constantly being asked for a cigarette when the pretext is always sex. Always having men around you pretend to like the same shit as you and socially contort themselves into what they think you like up until the point that they fuck you. Witnessing your male coworker ask out not only yourself but almost every other woman at your job in the span of a few days. This is not normal behavior. It's fucking weird. And here's the kicker. One of those examples is something I did and something that I learned from. One of the women in that scenario was nice enough to explain to me, despite being under no obligation to do so, why what I did was fucked up and why it made shit worse for everyone involved. Don't be weird. And I'm lucky enough to have guy friends who mercilessly laughed at me anytime I called women females or talked about alpha body posture or some whack shit like that. I would encourage you to seek those men out. Because you and I are not special. You and I are not deserving of sex by virtue of simply existing. I know this pain that you feel because I've lived it. Just don't be weird. Talk to women, and I don't mean in the context of dating or fucking them. Just talk to them like you talked with me and the others in that lobby before the conversation turned to shit. Don't be weird. End of note.
Like, I know dudes are horny as fuck, and I know dudes that like are gonna want multiple women. That you can still love your main chick and go fuck another girl and not remember that chick the next day. And it's just women, they just want their cake and eat it too. They just want them. They want to be special no matter what. No, like no matter how hard you work in life, if you got no pussy throughout your entire life and you suddenly get pussy, they want you to be. They want to be the only pussy you get, and like I don't know, it just seems so fucked up for this. Like, bitch. Like if once I'm famous, I'm fucking whoever I wanna fuck. Like, and you just gotta.
When you're famous,
like, the other women try to hurt you, as opposed to men. They actually try to see where you're coming from.
have you been hurt by women before? Is this coming from some kind of like relationship trauma, my guy?
No, I had no. Dude, you. Okay,
then why are you scared?
I'm just. No.
Are you saying that women are purposely trying to hurt you, or is that just the?
That.
Or is it? Oh,
what?
My audio.
Is that what you got from that? Serious? Yeah, other women try to hurt you, as opposed to men. They actually try to see where you're coming from.
There have been plenty of times where I've had these conversations with my own friends in my own friend group, and you know, usually when it comes to making blanket statements about women as a whole, usually the friends that I talk to, it comes from some kind of place of hurt.
I just kind of wanted to know where this, like, where are all these statements coming from? Like, I'm not questioning you to disprove you, I'm questioning you to dig at this subject to figure out where it's coming from.
Yeah.
It seems more plausible that if you're a loser in life, if you do not have no status as a man, if you have no status as a man, like you have no money, like no woman's really gonna like why? That's what I'm saying. Why are we the only species that's struggling with this? Like every other species, like fucking lions understand the fact that they're the dominant one and the only ones who can fuck. Fucking apes can do the same fucking thing. Like why are we the only ones who?
Have you
sitting here trying to question how shit goes? Like I don't know.
Well, I mean, lions lions and apes are also gay as shit. Like, if you ever watch bonobos just chilling in wherever, like, Hell, even lions, for example, like male lions have.
What do you
been
mean by
seen-
gay? Because you
Like,
get
The
you
majority
just,
of the
no,
animal
wait. Let me
worship
speak. Let me speak.
females.
Let me speak. I say when you say like gay, like that's akin to me saying that dogs are gay when they try to hump each other, when they're just trying to establish dominance over each other.
I mean,
Like,
it
what do
could
you
be
mean
a
by that?
dominance thing,
You
but
have to be
sometimes
very.
the
You have
dogs also
no,
trying to get
exactly.
adopted.
You have to know what you're talking about. You can't just like spew bullshit. Cheating for a woman is not the same as cheating for a man. Like, they're two different things. Sorry, I obviously have a higher libido than you. Like I even busted a nut and be like, I wouldn't like if I had like a main chick, it wouldn't be no offense to her. I just wanted to like bust a nut, like, but they
What
just
am
like,
I
feel the same way
hearing?
as I do. It's just-
So you're saying
Shut up, you're young,
saying
nigga,
the
no one cares what you
woman.
think.
You're saying the woman can't.
I'm
sleep with
saying
other people,
for
but
a
the guy
woman,
can?
for a woman to be a loyal, all she has to do is keep her legs closed. It's not the same for women. Women don't fuck other niggas just to bust a nut. They fuck other women because they have to have a connection first. What are you talking about? Are you okay?
This is a very fun opinion. I've never heard this before.
I'm willing to admit that I'm a loser now. I'm a loser now, and I don't have the ability to command that from a different type of women. But like, I'm willing to work to get to that point where I can have different type of women.
Oh,
where they
I
can
see. It's
respect me and I can have
it's
their
the temporarily embarrassed millionaire mindset, but when it comes to love and
What?
dating. Because one thing I
No,
noticed,
what are you
there's
talking
like
about?
sort of a parallel of at least the rhetoric within the U.S. So going back a little bit to sort of the poverty discussion that we were talking about a little bit earlier, one mentality
dream.
that I keep on seeing is people who vote against their own interests because they are, mentally speaking, a temporarily embarrassed millionaire where it's like, oh, you know, like, obviously I gotta vote against tax hikes because, you know, when I eventually get there, you know, once I'm a billionaire, you know, that's not gonna be good for me, so I gotta think about the future as opposed to now. And
No,
then
I mean,
now continues to
okay,
happen, and then they
you're-
never actually
wait,
get
hold on.
to that point.
Well, I'm
but
trying to cut you off before you even go that far because I don't even. Nah, I don't think. I think that's fairly incorrect.
That's a very
incorrect because
zealous
I'm
way
not-
of thinking.
Well, I don't think. I don't. To be honest, I don't think I should even. Like, I don't think you should even vote unless you have like very like good insight. Like, I feel like you actually have the real understanding of doing something before you do it.
I mean, if we're talking about like the whole idea of people who vote because they always are expecting to be a millionaire, you can always talk about like the death of the American dream in that. The literal system of America is designed to keep it so that the people who already have the money are going to keep that damn money.
yeah.
People like to talk about like economics of the USA and like you're willing to give all your opinion about this, but yet like you're not really willing to do any of the change. Like it's like it seems
no,
like
we
people
can't change
really
it.
like to talk
Well,
about like they have like all the
on an-
knowledge, but yet like they're not willing to do anything
On an
about
individual
it. So, like, what's the
basis,
point?
none of us can do anything, though.
Yeah,
Really,
it's a
where things
collective.
start to kick into gear is collective action. That's part of why unions
mean, it
are
really
just
says volumes when
squashed
you
in this
try to-
fucking country, and any sentiment towards unionization is immediately
Even the
suppressed
cup.
because... Oh, thank you. Because as soon as people start collectively bargaining, when
Yeah.
people actually collectively gather and start advocating for change, that's when things actually kick into gear, and that's when things actually start to become very fucking scary for the people who do have money, power, etc.
It's not that we all have like this knowledge and just spew it into the world without doing anything.
Yeah.
It's that every individual has this knowledge and spews it out into the world. But when every individual is doing this, that's when real shit can happen. You know? It's less of the singular person, it's the collective. You understand where we're coming from?
No. The reason why I don't like having this conversation is because people don't realize they're wrong until they're like
Ooh,
lonely
you know
for
what's
their whole lives.
you know what's a good sport to watch? Roller derby. That's a lot of
That's
fun.
a great sport.
Great sport.
And
One of my
it's
I
favorites.
don't know
By
what
women.
that is.
Basically, a bunch of people on roller skates race around a track and they knock the shit out of each other on roller skates.
There's one person with a star on their helmet where
Oh, yeah,
they're supposed to beat the
yeah.
shit out of the guy with the star.
Yeah.
And the entire sport is dominated by women. I just think you're not willing for compromise. You're not willing for the middle ground.
Yeah, I mean, if compromise got me more pussy, then I probably would do it. It doesn't,
Honestly,
so.
it genuinely does. It genuinely does. Compromise is very important.
I am so
that
glad
I
I
want is
wasn't
different.
drinking anything when I heard. Oh my god.
Compromise
I mean-
gets you mad pussy.
I was how you guys were before. Like I had that same way of thinking, and that got me literally nowhere. Like, sorry, I'm just not gonna go back to where thinking like that. You know,
do you
women
think
are
this is gonna
capable
get-
as men. Like it's not.
How?
I mean, it's got me a lot
talk
further
me through
than
how this is
what I
gonna
got
change
now.
things?
Well, so how? Let me
This
ask you
sounds
this:
very
has
stagnant.
the mentality like worked for you, just in terms of like body count? I guess.
Yeah, I love how you ask that because that's what matters for men, how much women they fuck. Yeah, okay. Like once I'm famous, I'm fucking whoever I wanna fuck. Like kings have had multiple women. That no, bitch, I'm gonna do what's gonna work the most. Like it's dumb, nigga. Mathematics, boy. Tried to be everything a woman, like I would listen to it and be like, oh, I want him to be nice, I want him to be passive, and when I did all those things, nothing happened. Like only when I was aggressive, and only when I said I want this, and whenever I wanted to do with things I wanted to want, like whenever I did things I wanted, is when I got to actually things I wanted, not in like a rapey way or anything. Like she was like, oh, okay, I'm down with that, like because you were dominant. You're like the only when I was. Like I actually,
But that's not every person though. That's a generalization. That's
yeah,
not
but like the
blanket
exception, yeah, exactly. But the exception doesn't make the rule. Just because like the minority that doesn't work like that doesn't mean like the general doesn't respond to that. That's retarded to me.
For me, at least, from my experience, compromise is much more successful than domination.
When I hear compromise, I hear
Yeah, I
fucking,
mean,
like
it's-
you're willing to give her what you want just to give her like what she wants.
Well, so it's one of those things. People
Why-
aren't a
why-
monolith, and
That's just what trade is, man.
Not-
that's capitalism.
not
That's trade.
everybody is an NPC. People have their own motivations. They have their own reasons for doing stuff, and at least in the relationships that I've had.
So
Wait. Let me finish, please.
So no. I'm just asking a simple question. So how do you
Can you
judge
please
between,
save the
like,
question
who's
until
the
after
first-
I finish my point?
Who's
We'll
the
do back
person
and
who's
forth
the
because
NPC?
anytime you interrupt my train of thought like this,
Okay,
it
okay.
completely
You're right.
derails everything, and then I have to pick up the pieces
Okay,
of where I
okay.
was.
You're
So
right. I'm sorry.
not everybody is an NPC, and at least in my experience, some of the best relationships I've ever had, and I'm talking just like pure, like sexual, whatever, like this is the best fucking I've ever had type shit, like measuring things in those metrics, I never got anywhere by just explicitly going me, or, you know, just focusing purely on, you know, like dominance, or, you know, just like you're gonna do what I say type of mentalities. Usually there was an ebb and flow, you know, I scratch your back, you scratch mine type of deal, where the girl that I was with was, you know, sometimes she would just not be feeling stuff and just like, hey, I'm just gonna fuck off back home. And rather than just going like, no, you gotta like
I'm not
fucking
saying
do whatever.
right
No, and
for
I'm
it,
not.
like,
I'm not making
why do you
assumptions about
niggas
you,
go
and
to
I'm
the
not.
extreme,
I'm
bro?
not pasting this onto your character. That's not
I
what I'm
hate
doing
hearing
here.
this shit.
But
why do you even mention
There's-
that? Like, why even mention that? Like, fucking hell, like
Because,
that
like,
sounds
it's-
like almost like rape, dude, when you say that shit.
No, but that is compromise, though. That's
yeah, no, it's
technically
a
what we're
two-way
saying is
street.
compromise.
You know, you're
Rape is
focusing.
akin to compromise. That's what you're telling me.
No, that's not what he
No, Jesus.
said. No,
Okay,
there's
We're
an
saying
ebb
that-
there is an ebb and flow to stuff. And granted, some people may like the fucking dominant stuff. They like it when a strong man comes into their life and it's just like, hey, I'm gonna pick you
So
up in my
how can
arms
you
and
tell
take you
me
away.
when what they like and what they
But-
don't like? That's what I'm saying.
Where
Well, yeah, it's
things
again
often
with the individual.
where things often get muddied, and where I see is sort of a dangerous turn to that stuff that you're talking about, is misconstruing dominance for you are going to accept my answer regardless of whatever, and the line
Yeah, but
between
that's
that
where-
can get
that's
very
where-
fucking blurry, and it's
Okay,
something that
I'm only gonna stop you because you're kind of edging on the floor, right? Because like that's you saying like, well, you're gonna accept it, and if you
No,
say
look,
no, I'm still gonna do it to you.
I'm
anyway,
not
type
saying
shit.
that
No,
you're
it's just-
doing this.
No,
I'm
no,
not
that's
saying
kind
that
of what
at
you're
all.
going.
No,
that's
no,
where
no,
you're
no,
going
no,
for.
That's not what I'm saying here. what I'm saying
No,
is
'cause
that
that's what-
a lot
like,
of the
what other
times
can-
with this
what can it mean other
rhetoric,
than
it
that?
can bleed over into that and unintentionally.
Yeah, but how much
encourage
of
that
a
type of
can you give me an
behavior.
actual number or percentage of that behavior that actually fucking follows through?
I'm
Can you
not.
give me an actual
I'm
percentage
not
of number?
getting into
'Cause I
random
know it's very
statistics
fucking
because
rare.
I don't know the numbers.
It's not random.
And I'm not going
It's
to
not
pull
random.
numbers
Okay, that's
out
my
of-
point though, because it's not random statistics. Because it's actual. It's very low that actually happens.
Well,
That's
how do
my-
you know
That's my
that,
whole
though?
point.
Like, this could be... This...
Well,
there was a similar argument that I
so
heard like
how
this, but
how
it was about predeterminism. Basically, it devolved into, well, you don't know that this is the case, but you don't know it's not the case. And then the two parties were just arguing back and forth, well, you don't know this, but you don't know this as well. And it's just, it was a feedback loop that didn't
I mean,
get
you can
anywhere.
just. How about you
We
go
can-
to the Department of Health Statistics, like health statistics? How about is that a good enough statistics for you? Like
For
like,
rape
do some actual
statistics,
fucking research
or-
in your life. Yeah. Like,
Okay,
people do
citing-
not actually get educated on what they.
Citing rape
citing.
statistics isn't pertinent here. We're just talking about the broad strokes.
What do you
of
mean?
everything.
It is pertinent when there's numbers and like cases to think because you're trying to make it seem like it's
Look,
actually bigger
if I
than what
was-
it actually is.
if- If I was taking part in the census, that would be one thing. If I was managing databases for the DOH, that would be pertinent.
I already
to
know I'm not
what
gonna
we're
win
doing
this.
Here, but you know, we're just talking
know,
about the
I'm
overarching
honestly-
ideas. We're not
I'm honestly willing to drop this because I already know I'm not gonna win this.
like
it's
it's
So
one of
why
those
do you
things.
believe
Like, I
it
already
if
know
you
that.
know you're not going to win?
Like, what do you,
Seems
okay,
like from
so
our point of
your-
view that you have a very
from your
antagonistic
POV
idea of what we're saying.
And what do you think my future holds as a black 6'4" black man? Let's see what you think I'm gonna end up as.
I have no idea. That's your story. You said you were living with your friend, and then he said he was gonna kick you out if you didn't get a job. So you got a job.
I mean,
I would
yeah,
say
that,
that in
was
the
like
next
6 years ago.
6 years. Where are you now, man?
I mean, I live alone, but like, I mean,
Where do you
so,
work?
I'm good.
You live alone
I'm a-
and you work. Okay.
I'm
So I
married,
guess
I'm a
for the
meteorologist.
next week, maybe even the next month, you're gonna work. You're gonna live alone, because I haven't heard anything that you're willing to make change, that you're willing for compromise.
I mean, not to be sexist, but you guys are men, and I guess I'm sexist, but like, I mean, like, I respect your opinion. Like, I'm trying to understand, see where you're coming from. Like, I'm not gonna fucking. be a dickhead, you know.
I mean, you say
Like, I'm
that,
not gonna
but
get by-
there have
I'm not
also
gonna get-
been a couple of times where you cut
Yeah,
us off,
but-
or we try and
Yeah,
throw
well,
our own
okay,
life experiences out there, and then you
Listen.
immediately ask questions that.
I know. I know. Listen, you just gonna. I've been drinking, dude. I've been drinking. Like I'm more impulsive to do things I normally won't do. Like I'm saying, even though I've been drinking a lot, I'm still respectful to your opinion. That's all I'm saying. Like,
Well, I mean, when I mentioned your drinking before, you said that wouldn't have an effect on you.
yeah, but I've been drinking, so that's
Yeah,
where you
it-
miscalculated.
Words are different from actions. It is one thing to say that you have been respectful and then cut somebody off multiple times in a row. And I don't say that to be confrontational. I just say that as what I have observed over the past hour or so.
You are right to feel that way, because all I'm saying is because I've been drinking, that's why I'm becoming you off so much. That's all. Normally, I would just shut up and listen to the way people. That's all I'm saying. Like,
But let's see.
Oh, he's
If you guys-
disconnected.
Oh no.
Man, he was drunk.
Yeah, that was by far one of the more argumentative sessions that I have witnessed so far.
I did not want, I was not, did it seem like I was getting angry at that guy? Because I was
No.
not getting angry. I was just very fucking confused.
What did you think of all
can
that?
walk through it. Honestly,
So
was-
I thought the guy that was wearing green, I thought he was crazy. I thought he just kept
did you
ranting
get
on
through
about this
you,
random
you hit B and walk through, and
sexist
then you
stuff and
cancel
all
the
that
move.
random stuff, and he just kept cutting you guys off and like just kept doing all that stuff. So
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, what's our next topic of discussion after that?
I think it's cute that the kid's the one in his pajamas.
Oh my
What do you
god,
guys-
you're right. He is going jammy
Yeah.
mode.
I thought about that.
It's
I didn't say
cute.
it though.
What are your guys' thoughts on hunting?
Where I'm from, there's a lot of hunting. I think it's fine. It is obvious. If you talk to some hunters, it's very much a balance between human and nature. It's
Yeah.
not like, oh, I go out there to kill and have fun and kill things. It's less of being. It's more of being connected with nature, being connected with the land. Like, I kill a deer, but I understand what that deer affect, like that death will affect. It gives you a more better grasp on life.
Yeah. Well, plus, at least I get the vibe that a lot of hunters out there make full use of the body, and they don't just
Exactly.
fucking slaughterhouse that shit and then throw the quote-unquote byproducts into a waste bin to decompose somewhere or to just fill up in a landfill. They actually make use of, you know, the hooves, the hide, the bones, everything.
That's the type of hunting I support. I don't support the fucking rich guy who just pulls out his elephant gun, blasts a three foot hole through a deer, and then puts its head up on a wall.
Yeah.
What's your opinion, kid?
I only brought that up because this year I'm gonna get my hunting license.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
okay.
I mean, it actually is important for like population control in a lot of areas,
Exactly.
like with
Yeah,
invasive
yeah.
species and stuff. It's not just with like deer, but it's, you know.
Oh, but deer
Oh.
definitely will go nuts if you don't call them. It's I mean, it's a responsibility. It's
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And hell, that's why they have licenses. It's to show that you have that understanding, that you have that knowledge, and you can have that connection with nature. And less of like, oh, thing moved, shoot it, put it on a wall.
Yeah, I'm more like nature a lot.
Yeah, good for you, kid. Any other topics?
Shit, let me consult my
Yeah, I have a
notes.
topic.
Yeah, run it.
I have one. Have you guys read or seen, since it's I think out on Netflix now, The 3 Body Problem?
No, I haven't heard of that.
3 body problems.
What that is?
I apologize. What's it about?
Go read it. Go read it. I don't want to spoil too much, but it has to do a lot with like physics and space and like
Ooh.
it's like the Fermi paradox, being like if the universe is infinitely expanding and it's more likely that there is life than there isn't life out there. Why have we not come across it? And it talks about all the different theories and stuff.
Well, here's the
And
question.
it covers some of that in the series.
If the universe is infinitely expanding and is infinitely large, then there are infinite number of planets out there where there are infinite infinite exact copies of us who are having this exact same conversation infinitely. It's like the multiverse theory, but
Yeah, that's like the multiverse
localized
theory.
It's like
yeah.
the multiverse theory localized into our own universe. Like Neil deGrasse Tyson believes in this. He said that the universe is so large that there are infinite number of like us's out there who are doing the exact same thing and doing the exact same different thing.
Well, it's like even there absolutely is life out there, but it's very likely that we will never encounter it for multiple reasons. One of them being the inflation after the Big Bang.
Mm-hmm.
The rate at which it expands is so fast that the light can't reach us even from stuff that we could reach because it's exponentially expanding and getting farther and farther away. It's, you know what I mean? Like with the technology that we have access to anytime, like in our lifetime, we'll never see that kind of
Well, yeah,
stuff,
we're not even
so.
considered a stage 1 civilization yet.
True. That's on what is it,
do you know what a
Kardashev
stage 1
scale or
civilization
whatever?
is?
What?
You know what a stage 1 civilization? I'm saying it for the kid, but I'm actually saying it for the viewers. Hey viewers, do you know what a stage 1 civilization is?
You're talking about like the Kardashev scale, right? Like the first one being like. Go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so stage 1 is a civilization has absolute control over their planet. They can harvest as much energy.
Yeah. Yep.
And they control all the energy that's on their planet. Stage 2 is they control all the energy in their solar system, which, like, stage 2,
Like
the most,
defining... around their sun. Like
yeah,
through
Dyson sphere. The Dyson sphere. That's a indication of a stage 2 civilization. Stage 3 is everything in, I think it's not their galaxy. I think galaxy is stage 4, maybe even 5.
No, I think Galaxy's 3. I think the sun, like your star, your specific star is 2.
I thought it was like something in your nebula. Or like something in your generic quadrant of space. Oh, okay. No, I follow you. I'll follow you. Okay. Stage 3 is everything in the galaxy. I was thinking it more gradual.
We're not even at 1 yet, which is like
We're not.
so sad. It's like the whole thing with the filter theory, the great filter theory, like we're like possibly right before that big step. We don't know that for sure. That's so frustrating. I'm like actually salty about that. That I was born too early to see like space travel. Like that genuinely makes me angry.
Yeah. We'll likely see the evolution of AI. That's kind of what scientists believe right now, is that we'll see the evolution of AI. That's what our generational technology is going to be, because how what we perceive is technology does not grow linearly. That's where you get your different imaginings of the future and the different quote unquote punks. Is that like punk is a style of the future? Like you get steampunk, silverpunk, ray punk, all that. Anyway, punk is an imagining of the future. And it's a linear imagination that we will linearly grow to this situation, but it's exponential. Technology is exponential. Like think about it, like early 1900s, like just starting into the 1900s, we invent the car, and in the scope of 10 years, people go from horse and carriage to automobiles. Immediately. It is 10 years, and such a massive difference in how we can perceive the world. And then you think about it in planes, where we go, and then we get up into planes, and up, and now we're in space. That's not linear, that's exponential. You could never, somebody from the 1900s could never imagine that we have ChatGPT nowadays. Because they're thinking linearly and not exponential. So we have no idea what's coming. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling.
No,
Oh, I mean, you're right. I was just
Also,
thinking that like we have no frame of reference of how fast we actually develop stuff, though. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
We know that once we hit the singularity, then then we just like fast track to the end of the game. Singularity is
You guys should read the
infinitely
Three Body
improving.
Problem. It talks about a lot of these things in it. You guys would like it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it
Yes,
out.
we would. Okay, hey, subscribe and like to.
Oh, don't
the
fucking do
Shmunguss
that.
Talks.
Don't fucking do. God damn it.
Guy, make sure. What was your favorite part of this episode?
Make sure to
write it down
like
in the
and subscribe.
write it down in the comments, guys. Make sure to put
Jesus
first.
fucking
If you're the first one,
Christ.
if you're the first one to watch the video, type first in the comments. And sponsored by. Sponsored by.
That would
Sponsored by.
fucking hilarious if I was able to secure a fucking sponsorship before the YouTube ad.
You're gonna have to censor. You're gonna have to censor everything that I said there.
Oh, probably.
So I mean, hell, I'd be happy. I really enjoyed this. I mean, I don't know if this is like a one-time guest thing, but I would love to come back.
I have had other people show up multiple times. I'm not
That's me.
on 100% of the time, but the next time you're on or you see my my profile go on, I'll likely be doing another round of Shmunguss Talks.
This is very funny because you're in the same exact positioning as other green.
Oh my god, that's right. He would get on the table and just fucking point at you as he was like talking about.
Because men had to. He was like,
I'm
men
sorry,
had to
I'm
be
a
the
cat.
dominant ones.
I
Men
just
had
have to be
the
up.
dominant
I'm a
ones in the
cat.
situation.
Need to be able to
No.
survey my kingdom.
Such a
Yep,
fun,
yep.
such a fun
Gotta fucking
contrast.
Lion King that.
Such a fun
if I ever-
contrast that the woman is actually the one
Yeah.
that's in like the quote-unquote dominant position.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, you don't know I'm a woman. You don't know what I am. You didn't ask.
Are you?
You said you were gonna do a schizophrenic intro. Oh my god, not
Entirely.
again!
Not entirely my apologies.
So who's that?
I'm an ancient Cthulhu
Don't
monster.
play my own game against me.
Actually, and like 2% cat.
So are you just gonna like scream and close the lobby again?